Hi guys, it's Mango and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be discussing the Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni legal case. Now, this is probably one of the biggest Hollywood trials since the Amber Heard and Johnny Depp case and also Harvey Weinstein's trials. And basically, it's again surrounded by the Me Too movement, and it is very, very interesting. Now, today, the first thing that everyone's reporting on is that Blake Lively finally broke her silence for the first time since the Justin Baldoni lawsuit at the Seth Meyers talk show. Now, we are going to watch it together. I haven't watched it since it's come out, and I'm just going to be watching it and commenting on it as we go along. The recent events that are surrounding this case that is really exploding. I was starting off with Marvel that has requested, and I was starting off with Marvel that requested to be removed from the Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively battle. Now, this comes after the rumors that Ryan Reynolds was inspired by Justin Baldoni to create his Nice Paul character. Now, if you saw the recent Deadpool and you have seen a few interviews of Justin Baldoni, you will see a lot of similarities. That is true. And a lot of things that Nice Paul says is things that Justin Baldoni has also said and referenced, and also his podcasts and his lifestyle and also his appearance. So that is a very big red flag for Ryan Reynolds. And also, it will cost Marvel to be involved in such a big legal battle. So they have officially requested to be removed from the case. Now, next up is Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift's boyfriend, who recently unfollowed Ryan Reynolds on Instagram. This is also taking the social media by storm. Everyone has an opinion, everyone has something to say, and there are a lot of speculations. Do they matter? Are they useful? Do they actually have anything to do with the case? Probably. Um, Especially since Travis's girlfriend, also known as Taylor Swift, is going to be subpoenaed into the Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni's legal case. As most of us know, she did have a big part in creating the rooftop scene and also lent her music for it. So she is thoroughly involved, especially after you read the Blake Lively messages with Justin. You'll see that has been heavily involved in creating the movie. And also Hugh Jackman is going to be subpoenaed in this case. And let's just say that Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds are really trying to stay on hold to at least one of their good friends that might be subpoenaed. Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds show their utmost support for their good friend Hugh Jackman when they went on a date night to watch his latest play. Now, obviously, they're going to really want the support of their good friend, especially since it seems like Blake Lively has had a fallout with Taylor Swift, and it's not looking very great with her friendship with Gigi Hadid. If you remember, they were holding hands and acting like besties at the Deadpool premiere, and now it seems like she chose to skip or wasn't invited to Gigi Hadid's 30th birthday party, which was this week. Happy birthday, Gigi. Well, again, people can speculate, but it is very suspicious because Gigi is one of Blake's very good friends. She's part of the Taylor Swift clan, and before the Justin Baldoni case, you would see them all go on double dates, go out for lunch, support each other either at concerts, movie premieres. So they were always around each other. It was a very well known, group in Hollywood. So it does seem like Blake's squad is slowly backing away from her. And it is a bit weird that Blake chooses to go to fashion events and to theaters to support Hugh Jackman, but she would choose to skip one of her very close friends' birthday. Just saying, obviously, this is all, again, speculations. A huge rumor going around that Bradley Cooper might also be subpoenaed for the trial. For those who don't know, Bradley Cooper is dating Gigi Hadid at the moment. So maybe Gigi's taking her boyfriend's side and wanting to avoid him being involved in the legal drama. We don't know. This is all speculations, but they are very, very interesting if you add them together. There is obviously things going on behind the scenes that we do not know yet. Now, this is a small recap from the recent events surrounding the Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively case. Now we can go to Blake Lively's interview, which she did have yesterday with Seth Meyers, where for the first time she speaks about her trial with Justin Baldoni. Now, as I said, I do not know what was told by Blake, but I have seen a lot of strong reactions from people. So let's just watch this together and then we can go and see the comment section.
Welcome back, everybody. Our first guest tonight is a talented actress and producer you know from her work on Gossip Girls and movies such as The Town, It Ends With Us, The Shallows, and A Simple Favor. You can see her next in Another Simple Favor.
I read somewhere that that's a wedding dress, which would be a nice one. But it's a very interesting choice. But
Your husband Ryan has his own line of gin. Yes. Is that the gin in the scene?
No.
Really?
No, it is Paul Feig's gin.
The director put his gin in.
The director put his gin in.
Do you have to go home and tell Ryan, like, I have bad news?
No, it was like
dig from Seth about how controlling Blake might be, because in It Ends With Us, it was known that she put pressure on Justin to include her own products, her own fashion, even her own hair products and everything. So, and also she had Ryan very much involved in how to, come up with the scenes, even changing the script. So yeah, I did see that a bit as a slight dig.
Yeah.
No, but it was Emily is a changed woman in this movie. She drinks martinis with ice.
That's very exciting.
Which is a big deal.
That is a big deal.
If you saw the first one, you'd understand why it's a big deal. She has beef with ice.
Do you in life have beef with ice?
No, I love ice.
Yeah.
I really
like ice too. I think the first time we got an ice machine in a refrigerator was like the best thing that ever happened to me.
Yeah, no, but like the crush.
I'm fully on board with you in the crushed
okay,
ice.
Good.
I would say we should start a company, but I feel like there's no money in ice.
We are not going to just talk about ice.
Well, I know, it's different. It's just different. Like,
where was this energy during the It Ends With Us promotions? Like, she never spoke about any of this while promoting a movie about sexual violence. Where was this? And I'm pretty certain that in one interview she also said that she has no one close to her that experienced any sort of violence. And a few days ago, she said that her mom did by a coworker. And now here she is going on an entire speech about being blessed to speak up for women. And many women can't do that. And that she's had a rough year with the highest highs, lowest lows. Yeah, this seems quite staged. Like the way that she transitioned from her children to her year. And then Seth, acting like, I don't know what's going on. And then just asking key questions, like just generalized questions that she can express herself the way that she wants to. It seems pretty staged to me. And it's also a bit ridiculous from Blake because, again, you will not find an interview on YouTube with Blake during the entire It Ends With Us press, where she talks about SA or violence or women's rights or anything. She was all about getting your florals and going and watching the movie with your girlfriends. You know, she acted as if it was the cutest little romantic comedy that you can go and see in the cinema, and it's not. And I just want to say that it could trigger certain people. If you haven't watched it, please be aware that it is quite triggering. There's violence, there's sexual violence, yeah. So please be aware, be prepared when you watch it. But yeah, this is a bit hypocritical from her. But let's see where she goes with this.
It's a pretty simple thing, but you know, nothing. Thank you. It's true.
I'm certainly going to respect that you're in a position where you can't talk about it more. And I obviously, I think a lot of people hoped we would talk about it more, but I think we gave them that crushed ice thing.
Yeah,
that's more than
I think that's what they came for.
I think they're going to be there like, oh, thank God. We were like, there were two things we wanted to talk about, and they did that. They did the first song in Frozen. We were obviously.
I sang the song from Frozen.
Did. I mean,
so, like, what more could you want? Yeah.
You also had big news in Wrexham, the Welsh football club.
Yes.
Their husband owns a piece of.
I'm just going to fast forward it a bit to see if there's any more context.
And drop down. So, like, if you compared it to us, like the New England Patriots, and sober her up from pizza.
All right.
That was literally everything that was said about the trial. Not really revealing, but I guess it's her sort of power move to speak. Okay, so I don't really have much to recap on that. It was barely a minute. This entire thing seemed very staged to me. I don't know. You guys write in the comment sections how you felt about that. For me, she's trying to do some damage control to help her image. Obviously, what she's been going through is very difficult for her and for Justin. But this was definitely a PR power move of I'm going to fight for my name. I'm going to fight for women. And yeah, when I say women, I mean she's going to use that as her power move. Basically, as just like Amber Heard did. From what I've seen, because I haven't really gone through it on my channel, but from what I've seen in the court documents and with their text, she has lied quite a bit to frame Justin to be something that he's not. And there have been crew members now that are speaking up that what she said was not accurate about Justin and about how approachable he was, about how he directed, and how he was just a gentleman around her and everyone else. So there is definitely going to be a lot more on this case. I am going to try and cover it, just like I did with the Johnny Depp and the Amber Heard trial. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I am going to try and make a lot more of this and make it like a mango little talk and chat update about this case and various other cases. That is all for today's video. I really hope you liked it. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.